Can you confirm for me that crabs in a barrel is a popular topic in Black culture? Can you confirm that for me?
You get online. What does that mean?
Huh?
I mean, you get online, like computer online.
Oh my god.
This is Ron Dawson. I got 3 niggas with me.
Right.
Let's go.
Hey there, girls, boys, and non-binaries. This is your good boy, Ron Dawson. Your good boy?
Keep going. Do not cut. Come on, good boy. Come on.
Ron the submissive.
Right.
This is your boy, Ron Dawson.
Don't get the gun.
We got the fellas back, and today we're talking spiders and spiders and spider noir and people who did not do the homework assignment. It was simple.
I just read the Cliff's Notes.
It was simple.
This one only required reading the Cliff's Notes.
So we're talking about Spider Noir, the Amazon show. I have a few notes. I would just say this. So if you're watching this, you know, we will be talking spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
For two people on this panel,
So Ron's gonna put a big spoiler thing right up across the screen.
I'm not putting anything. This is the spoiler thing.
Would it be a spoiler for us? Because honestly, I feel like I've watched the entire show, even in an episode and a half.
Yeah,
No,
you're not.
man.
I don't feel like I'm
First of all, Ron is talking about, oh, it's too gory. Ooh, it should have been an M rating. Ooh, clutch the pearls. I couldn't believe they went there.
Ron,
Come on, dude.
You think this is too gory?
Yes.
Time out.
I had to clutch my pearls. I didn't know what to do. I had to leave the room. My gag reflex almost kicked in.
Time out. You're talking about my comment about one episode.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not talking about. I didn't comment on the whole show. So one of the first of all,
That episode, I'm just saying the episode was nothing. It was nothing burger.
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. Brother. This is nothing burger.
If you're watching this, just know we're going to spoil the show. But the show is not that great anyway, so you're not really spoiled on anything.
Compared to Ron, other people do like it though. I've heard the opposite. I've heard other people are digging the show. So I'm just saying, just because you don't get it or don't like it, don't mean you want to come in. It's just like someone going to review a Thai restaurant, but he hates Thai food. No. So I just want to let you know, I'm coming here to eat some Thai food. Now I hate Thai food and it sucks. So let me rate this.
First of all, you need to turn down the volume on your microphone. Secondly, I didn't say the show is terrible. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just saying it has a lot of problems. And there's nothing really that big a deal to be spoiled on. Like there's no big revelation that's made that makes you think, oh my gosh, that was spoiled. Like there's nothing like that in having a conversation about this show. That's what I mean when I say that being spoiled on it is not that big a deal with regards to this particular show. Is that a fair assessment, JD?
I would just say for people, I would just put this caveat. For folks that are interested in watching the show and don't want anything spoiled to them, because there are little twists and turns, they might want to tap out. That's all I would say.
That's fine. That's fair.
Ron is notorious for spoiling shit. So
Secondly, we need to do a whole episode of the thing that you claimed I spoiled you on that doesn't count as a spoiler.
Yeah, okay.
You spoiled Jaws for him?
No, it was The Office.
What? Oh.
Okay. Spoiler for The Office. Hold on.
No. But there's a caveat.
Let me finish.
Yeah,
Let me finish.
Okay.
Don't talk over me. Spoiler for The Office. Okay. If you haven't watched The Office, which everyone on the planet has seen, spoiler for The Office. But at some point, Steve Carell leaves the show. And apparently, 10 years after the fact, JD did not know that Steve Carell left The Office.
I already told you, the brother ain't even finished The Wire yet. That came out 40 years ago.
And that's supposedly me spoiling it because I mentioned, JD, just so you know, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
So now this is all funny
and Bruce Banner is the Hulk.
But Ron did not set that up properly.
What did I get wrong?
I'll tell you what you got wrong.
Please.
Ron, don't talk over me. Don't talk while I'm talking. So basically, Ron and I engaged in a conversation about The Office, an ongoing conversation, because he knew I had not seen it. It was my first time watching it. I didn't know anything about it. So I'm going through watching it, and as we're discussing it, he throws out the spoiler that Steve Carell was leaving. I didn't know. I wasn't watching The Office when it came out. I didn't hear any of the plot points when it was in the news. I knew nothing about it, and Ron knew that. Ron knew that I had not seen it, knew nothing about it, but then commenced to spoil it for me in our conversations about the show I had not seen.
So
That's a spoiler.
with malicious
And you were
intent?
actively
Yes.
watching it.
Okay.
Yes, I was actively watching it, and
No,
we were chiming in. Or
wrong.
whatever.
That's-
Thank you,
No.
Javon. Thank you.
All right.
He knew that I had not seen it. He knew that anything he said would have been a spoiler. Matter of fact, he kind of throttled back a little bit on certain things because I hadn't seen it. So then when he drops Steve Carell leaving the show, I'm like, wow.
That's what's known
All right.
as a premeditated spoiler.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's add some more context to this. And I want to get Adu and Javon's honest take. Okay.
Javon, I tell you, he's wrong.
Let me finish. Okay. Is it fair to assume that someone who routinely reads the trades, like JD and his wife do?
I don't
Let me-
routinely read it. Wait, you can't put something on me that I don't do. I don't routinely read the trades.
Okay.
you
And
talking about?
or listen to trade podcasts.
Okay. Is it
Not at the
fair?
time.
Is it fair to assume?
10 years ago.
Hold on, let me finish. Is it fair to assume that since JD is in the industry and his wife, he is married to someone who is like a major producer in the industry, that at some point he would have come across one of the number one headlines in the industry that the star of the biggest comedy on television was leaving? Is it possible to watch a show and still know something about that show that everyone and their mother knew because it was on every headline that you would have seen? Because you did get the trades. I've been in your house. You have Variety magazine, everything all over.
Yeah, Yolanda gets them. We don't throw them away. We don't look at them.
I'm just saying.
Waste of paper. Hold up. But Ryan, you're missing the whole point. The whole point is that I told you beforehand, and we had multiple discussions. You knew damn well that I did not know anything about The Office. It was my first time viewing. You knew this. There's no way to talk yourself out of it. You can't Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, put a clip of Michael Jackson right now. Backslide across the stage. That's what you do.
No.
You trying to backslide or behold, do a spin, a Michael Jackson spin. You just do magic and make the whole story appear. Because this is wrong. You totally off the mark.
The point I'm making though is I wasn't spoiling anything about the show that I would not reasonably assume you would already know because
that's not no. I told you I knew nothing of the show. It's not reasonable. I didn't tell. We had. It wasn't.
You said you weren't watching the show.
Ron, hold the fuck up. First of all, I can understand if it was we were talking multiple episodes. It wasn't I can understand if hey, I like The Office. We just rolled up one day and we just started talking about The Office. Oh yeah, by the way, when he left, it wasn't like that. We had multiple conversations as I was going through watching the show, and then you took it upon yourself on one of these subsequent discussions we had to drop the bomb that Michael leaves. I had no clue about that. That's why, and you knew again. You knew.
I knew you.
I was watching.
I knew you were watching it.
Let me finish. It's the first time I was watching it. You knew I knew nothing about it. I explained that to you explicitly on several occasions before you dropped the bomb that he left.
First of all,
so how am I in the wrong?
I'm not saying you're in the wrong. I'm just saying.
Question.
Yes.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
I thought we were going to talk about Spider-Man.
That's a good point. Yeah, we'll save this for another
Bring up
episode.
this bullshit. Yeah, bring up this bullshit. This losing argument you bring up every time.
Okay, thank you, Andy, for bringing us back.
This matter sounds personal.
Yeah, it is. It's very personal.
All right. Here's some
Two men enter, one man leaves.
Ron's always like, was Hitler really bad? No, hear me out. No, I got some points.
All right, here's Spider Noir.
Here are my issues with Spider Noir. Okay, I'm just going to quickly list them throughout. There was 8 episodes. The biggest issue I have is that we barely fucking see him as Spider-Man. It would be like watching.
That would be the Spider.
Yeah, the Spider. He's not called Spider-Man. He's called.
We don't see him as Spider-Man ever at all. He's always just.
No, I didn't say that. I said barely. There's probably.
No, I'm saying we never see him as Spider-Man. We see him as a spider.
As the Spider, right? So it would be like watching a Batman show where Batman solves most of the cases as Bruce Wayne instead of putting on a suit. I mean, that is one of my big issues. He rarely shows up as the Spider. That's one.
Right.
That's probably the biggest one. There some white touches on race in the show
Can we go one by one, or are you just going to go all through all these? And
oh no, okay, we can go that one. You have any thoughts on that, Jay?
Adu or Javon?
Yeah, I could start off. I mean,
Yeah.
being only 2.5 episodes in, that means I've seen him as the Spider in its entirety. Because there was the one episode where he, stops the guys before they get to the docks.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, the only other time we see him that I can recall that we see him use his abilities is when he first meets Finch or Flint.
Flint, the Sandman.
Sandman. Yeah. On the building, on the skyscraper in construction.
Right. And he wasn't even in his suit then.
He wasn't in a suit. No, he just used his abilities.
Right.
So you're mad that you didn't see him in his cute suit.
No.
Otherwise, it doesn't count. If he does anything else, his abilities don't count.
He rarely even uses his abilities, Jay.
In every episode, he's using them.
No, he's not. Not in every episode.
Yes, he is, Ron. Yes, he always is doing the little web thing to snatch his hat when they're coming.
You need to go back and watch it.
I guarantee you that every episode, he does use his abilities.
All right.
Without the suit.
Well,
there are moments in every episode where he uses his abilities where he doesn't have.
So then it's like watching Batman, where every episode Batman uses his big brain, but he never puts on the suit.
That might, that might be kind of cool. I mean,
but that's not why people watch Batman.
Let me say one thing.
But we're not talking about Batman. We're talking about Spider Noir. This guy's a private eye. He's a detective.
Let it do say his thing.
Say one thing.
Yeah.
In defense of, I guess, the show, they do establish very early why he's reluctant to assume the Spider alias.
Yes.
So I can see how that is in theme with the show. Him not.
I mean, they throw on a gauntlet. They don't just let you know. They right on front. It's
pretty much every episode that I've seen. Yeah. They remind you this is why he's not. This is why he's reluctant to be the Spider.
Yeah,
himself. Oh yeah.
No.
That's a good point.
So here's the thing: I'm not criticizing the storytelling as to why he doesn't become the Spider. I'm criticizing the fact that they built that in the first place.
Right.
So I granted the reason he does not become the Spider is a good reason from a storytelling perspective, but I'm not interested necessarily in watching a detective show who sometimes uses his spider abilities and sometimes put on the cool suit. I'll get you in a minute, Edu. We were introduced to him in the Spider-Verse, and that entire movie, he's wearing the suit. And a cool thing about him is he's this black and white Spider-Man with a hat, a fedora, and an overcoat. And we never see that. And we don't see that often in this show. Part of it probably was because trying to save on special effects, so they don't have to show him swinging or whatever. But I don't know. Go ahead, Edu.
In defense of the show once more. Now, I like your point about budget, which I don't think is a factor, but, I think Amazon can afford.
Every time he's swinging, I'm sure that's a special effect you have to pay for.
I get it. I think what they're doing is there's something called seasons 2 and 3 that they want to bring about. So it's like, let's milk this thing for all it's worth. They're not going to show you everything.
You don't need to show me everything. Show me the main thing.
You sound like one of them little kids that go to a movie and don't, because there's not a whole bunch of lasers and light swords and everything.
No,
it's like hold on. We're watching a series about a private detective that doesn't want these abilities. He's doing, like, to Adu's point, he's hell bent on not being the Spider. He doesn't want to do this. And when we open up the show, he's actively not trying to do that and keeps getting drugged into things. So for me, it was like perfect. It was like I didn't need to see him swinging one more time. Whatever. We see enough of it. I felt like I saw enough of it throughout the show. Wasn't like, oh man, I wish I could see him swing through the streets one more time in his suit. It's like I saw it enough.
Now I will say this: the parts when he's not the Spider. Not all of them, but I do feel like there's two, and mind you, I've watched 2.5 episodes. in the 2.5 episodes I've watched, yeah, I feel like there's way too much time where he's not the Spider. It's like,
yeah, most of the show is like that.
Seriously, I'm like kind of tuning out when he's just walking around doing his she thing, and I'm just like, this is just Nick Cage, chewing on the scene like he normally does.
Well, do you know why he does that though, right?
Yes.
Why he talks that way? No, but Dude might not know because he's only seen, as he's established, 2.5 episodes.
Right.
So
I don't know the reason.
So the reason why is like they go into a whole thing where he was in World War I. He goes in and rescues some people from a camp, a German camp, and he gets
this. I guess this part legit is a spoiler.
Oh, now we got spoilers. Now we got spoilers.
No, I know. Okay. No. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what? Don't tell me. I want to, because I am gonna watch the show.
Okay, but there is a reason. There is a specific reason why he talks that way.
No, I think it's fair to say. No, I was gonna say, JD. I think it's fair to say why he talks that way. I'm just saying the story behind Germany in and of itself is the biggest spoiler, so it's probably fair to not mention that.
I mean, the entire series is based on what happened in Germany, right?
You just reprimanded everybody about spoilers. What happened? Spoilers.
Look,
now JD, don't you dare say any spoiler, because if you say spoiler like I do, you're gonna be in trouble. Like, what do you?
Let me guess. It's an alternate ego.
No.
Okay. Anyway, don't tell me. But
we won't tell you.
I do. Yeah, I just want to say, my attention isn't really drawn to the show until he's doing something with his abilities.
Yeah.
Because that's
and I would say that picks up as it goes along.
It doesn't pick up. No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Right. You're right, Ron. In the first episode, they do a whole bunch, and then it just tapers off through the rest of the show.
No. I'm just saying, out of 8 episodes, there's probably 3 where he's wearing the suit a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 tops.
Yeah. But again,
out of 8 episode.
Again, when I go to this, I'm not looking for Batman, and I'm not looking for the cartoon animatic or whatever from the Spider-Verse. I'm not looking. I understand. There's a lot more action in that. A lot more kids are going to be watching it. I think that this was taking a little bit more mature tone and vibe, I just don't. I'm not trying to argue that this is the greatest show ever, but at the same time, I'm not saying like, oh my God, it was so horrible. Why isn't he swinging? Where's the fucking ape? Where's the monkey? Where's the, like, when you watch King Kong, it's like, when we went and saw King Kong and we were in the theater and this guy was drunk with his kid.
The Peter Jackson King Kong?
Yeah, the Peter Jackson joint. We went way back when, and so you know, I was in the theater. Right, but in the beginning, you know how it takes a long time. And again, I'm not saying Spartan Noir is like that, but you have a whole first act where they're in New York still.
There's nothing.
And the guy was in the back like, where's the fucking monkey? Where's the monkey? Where's the fucking monkey? He was drunk, and the kid was like, shh, Daddy, be quiet, Dad. Shh, I feel so bad for the kid. But yeah.
And that dad was J.D. Cochran.
Right. Where's the fucking monkey?
With Little McKenna.
Right.
I will say this, though. I have a question to pose for J.D., and I believe I know what his answer is. And it's really not to compare, but it is to compare. J.D.,
yes, sir.
Which would you, since you've seen both in their entirety, which did you prefer, honestly? Mm-hmm. Penguin or Spider Noir?
Oh, Penguin, hands down. It's way better. But here's the thing. Given Penguin, I didn't see him walking around.
No, but we
didn't see the Penguin shit. I mean, hold on. The Penguin that we classically know does not show
him as a villain, but we saw him. But we saw why he even became.
Yeah,
I get it, and there's more that
I get it, and they're different. They're totally different.
And I also say you have to watch the show, because a lot of the questions you have right now would have been answered had you watched more than 2.5 episodes. I'm just saying that, but I think it's unfair to even though they're from the comic book world. It's like, but even that's also a great analogy. It's like the ideas that are the common popular culture trope of the Penguin is nothing like what shows up in the Penguin on HBO. No. I mean, HBO, that's what was so revolutionary about it. That's what left everybody inspired and really engaged in the show, is that it took such a different slant. And Spider Noir, they're doing that as well. They're trying to show it in a different slant. And some of these things are going to be hits or miss. They're swinging for the fences. You know, we're watching a Spider-Man character in the 1930s in black and white, you know, in Roaring 20s or whatever.
So watch it in true color.
Right. And so it's like, you know, you have. So I'm just saying, that's what you're up against, and it's like they're swinging for the fences. Yeah. It's different than the cartoon. If you go in expecting, I want Into the Spider-Verse, I'm going to see that guy. It's a different character, and I appreciate it. It wasn't kiddied down. It was like I didn't like the intrigue. And first of all, I like what's my girl's name? Lee Jun Lee.
No, you're talking about what's her name?
Cat.
The one who plays Cat.
Yeah. Yes.
Lee Jun Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, she did a great action job.
But great part in the show.
Let me say this before you jump in, Ron. Once again, in defense of the show and what JD is arguing, how many times have we said to ourselves as movie and TV watchers, particularly in regards to movies, we feel that they're rushed. We feel like, I wish they had developed the story more. Oh, this would play great as a miniseries.
Right.
And so in a sense, I mean, not in a sense, that's what they're doing with this show is they're not trying to tell you a story in 2 hours. They're trying to tell you a story in 8+ hours.
No, I understand that.
And Ron, did you watch Daredevil?
No, I didn't.
Any of those? It might have been too rough for you. That might have been because it's pretty gory.
Well, so that's a good segue into the next thing that I mentioned.
Jessica Jones rated NC-17.
Here's the
right.
So
before you get off of it, Ron, before you get off it, I just wanted to ask
near porno.
The person that didn't watch anything. Do the other characters use their powers? The villains,
the bad guys do. Yes,
they do.
Okay.
In almost every episode, the bad guys do. Yes.
And who's there to fight with them when they do?
Yeah.
In every episode, when they do their stuff, Nick Cage shows up most of the time. The Spider shows up a majority of the time when they use their. When we first see Electric Cat, he shows up. When he goes up head to head with the lizard dude. I don't know what to say. That's Ron's perspective. It's fine. He didn't like it. It's cool.
I didn't say he didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I'm saying
you just need more sugar in the shorts. I got you.
No. Yeah. I think to the point Adu was making with regards to the storytelling, or whatever. I think there was an expectation that this would be a real life version of what we saw in Spider-Verse, and since that's what I was expecting, since I didn't see that character that much, that was a disappointment. If it was set up, like even though it was called the Penguin. The trailers and everything set it up to be a story that was unlike the Penguin you normally see. That was going to be a traditional crime drama. Like all the reviews were like, this was like a crime drama. But
those are similar reviews for the Spider Noir. It wasn't like they're saying, we're going to hit you with action. And first of all, you're talking about a Spider Noir who in the Into the Spider-Verse, it's a 2-hour movie. So, of course, every time you see him, it's action. Yeah, that's all he is doing in that show. Okay. But I'm just saying, there were...
I will grant you that...
I shouldn't say article because I didn't read any articles about it, but everything I heard about it online or saw from entertainment people or whatever, this is going to be a cool detective show based on...
Let me just say this. When the Green Lantern show comes on, if they never use or hardly ever use the Green Lantern powers, I will be disappointed. Maybe it's just like a buddy cop show. Maybe it's a buddy cop show in space, and every now and then they'll point their green thing.
So now you're saying that he never used his powers. That's your argument is now. Now you say Spider-Man. You say you would be disappointed if the Green Lantern. So I'm assuming you're comparing the two.
Yes, I'm being hyperbolic. Obviously,
if I watch this show and it's another show where the superhero don't use his powers, I'm done.
I'm being hyperbolic.
I'm
not hyperbole.
Okay.
It's like it's like the Bible. You use metaphor and hyperbole to make a bigger point.
Gotcha.
My point being, when people typically watch a superhero show, they like to see the superhero in the costume. That's all. That being said, I think everything you said about it, Adu, and all the things that JD liked about it, I think are valid reasons to like it. Like I don't begrudge anyone for liking it.
I would say this in defense of Ron's point.
Finally.
Think about what happened with the show, and there were a lot of problems with the show Heroes. But think about how
I will take no bad talk about Heroes, but keep going.
Stop it. Stop it.
The first season was great.
Season 1 and 2, great. But after that,
season 1, they just burned through. They just burned up all the great stuff they had in it.
Yeah, season 1 was only good. Anyway, what's your point?
Yeah, my point is,
help Ron.
I forgot.
All right. Let's move on to the next point. Next
topic.
The next point was the one scene that JD was giving me a hard time about. There is one episode that has legit body horror in it, and it was just surprising. Like, I wasn't expecting to see some freaky ass body horror in this in the show. Like, I wasn't expecting that.
It caught you off guard.
It caught me off guard, and not only that, the episode in which it appears, that episode was a mess. To me, that episode was the worst episode of the series. Episode 6, which was called like Nightmare on a Gurney. He is basically, he's in this underground lab, and this mad scientist played by Amy Aquino is trying to extract his.
Well, wait, hold on. She's a doctor that is trying to save her son, and she is mad.
But she is also a mad scientist.
But when you say mad scientist, it makes it sound like I'm just, no. There's a reason, but I mean, it just.
You didn't let me get to the reason. I know.
I'm just saying you're demeaning when you just start describing people in a fucked up way. You're already off on the wrong foot. It's okay. She's okay.
Dude,
she's a mad scientist.
In the context,
her business card says, "Hi, I'm a mad scientist." That's what she walks around as no.
In the text of the show, they call her mad.
Yeah,
like
I said,
and she's a scientist. But she's a mad scientist. Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, Ron. You know that when people, but she would not
be, and therefore,
right? She would not be that way. Yeah, she would not be that way. There's a very valid reason why she's doing what she's doing.
I understand why she's mad. I would say
valid, but there's a legitimate understanding behind what she's doing. It's not like she's just a mad scientist in a lair somewhere cooking up potions and doing crazy shit.
Okay, so she has a legitimate reason for being obsessively mad because she's trying to save her son. To say that much. Anyway, in the course of doing that, you flash back to how he became the spider, and it's pretty freaking gross. And like the thing that turns him into a spider is fucking gross. It just is. Like, it's nightmarish.
Yeah.
And it's not me clutching my pearls. It was a nightmarish image, dude.
Did you feel like it didn't fit in the entire context of the show?
I totally liked it. I dug it.
No, it fit.
I know what Ron is talking about.
No, I'm not saying it didn't fit. I'm just saying it caught me off guard. That's all. Like, it was. If that was in a traditional Peter Parker film, parents would be suing Disney over traumatizing their kids.
Dude, you put way extra.
Dude, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Or Sony.
Wait, have you ever seen The Fly?
Yes. It's on that level.
It's
yes.
The 1980 yeah. So
what? Okay. Basically, the person who turns him into a spider is half a spider, and he literally, it's gross. Anyway, and then they have all these other people that she experimented on who were like
the same mofo that loves Game of Thrones when niggas is cutting people up, chopping off heads. And
first of all,
wait,
that's different than body horror.
That's violence.
That's violent. That's not body horror.
But it's still some gore. I know, but there's still.
I don't have an issue with gore. I have an issue with freaky ass body horror.
Okay.
That's on the level of.
So this is one of your
human centipede.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one has this, and again, it doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies like the human centipede does. I know Ron probably's never seen that, so
no, and I don't plan to.
Yeah, it was not anything. So you got to understand me, Ron. When I've seen gory shit, when to hear you describe it, like.
I get it. You have a different level.
It's Twilight Zone.
Dude, you have a different tolerance level.
Okay,
Ron, I will summarize the human centipede for you in 3 words: ass to mouth.
That's good. So I don't even want that image.
Repeatedly.
And a bunch of stitches.
With stitches, right?
Bunch of
I was going to say
bunch of sutures. Ass to mouth.
Wait, before you go on, Ron, what your concept of the show itself? Like, because you you said, if parents took their kids to a Spider-Man, is this a show you think kids are watching? Is this a show you think?
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so.
I think simply because of Into the
Spider-Verse, totally. So episode, and to be clear, it's really only episode 6 that parents would need to be,
Do they give you a warning? Do they give you a warning before the episode?
No, dude, it's a dude. Come on, cuz. It's not
that.
Dude,
No, I'm just saying sometimes they'll post.
I know. I'm just saying he's putting a whole. This is the dude that does. First of all, he doesn't like horror movies. Anything that gets halfway scary, he's already tapping out. So if you're gonna take his advice,
even about being scary.
No. Okay, if you take his advice,
it's freaky.
Okay, Ron.
It's nightmarish.
Okay, dude.
And it's gross.
It's gross. It's gross.
Man, at a barbecue.
Right. Hey, dog.
Is it like the captain from Backrooms?
You too, dog. Let's get married.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I've seen so much worse than that on TV.
Yes, you have a definitely higher level of tolerance.
I would say this. Like, again, I know that Game of Thrones is not for children. We understand that. All. But in the same way, it's like, I think first of all, I think this. Little kids coming to watch this, to Ron's point, there's not a whole bunch of action and Spider-Man zipping all around and doing all that. So most kids are going to tap out. They're not going to watch after episode 1. They're going to be out. They're not going to be watching it. This is a more mature adult show. I mean, and beyond that, they're dropping MFs. They're saying fucking damn. They're dropping.
That's true.
You don't think kids are attracted to
No, that? What I'm saying is that the programmers for this show are not targeting children the way Ron is suggesting. Oh, if a kid watches it, he'll be good. No, little kids are not watching this shit.
Not being marketed to.
Yes, it's like, what are we talking about?
You
just went on about saying how, Ron, I'm just countering your point where you went on about, well, little kids see this, they're going to be destroyed. Like, really? Because there's a whole bunch of motherfuckers and goddamn and did that before they ever get to episode 6.
No, my only point was, I'm not saying the show is marketed towards kids. I'm saying it's not unreasonable to assume kids would want to watch it. Let me finish. Yeah. No talking over. That kids would want to watch it given it's a character from the Spider-Verse. That's all. And that some parents might have their kids watch it not knowing that one of the episodes has gross body horror in it.
But I would say that's episode 6, right?
Right. Most kids probably won't make it.
Episode 1, there's dams and shits and fucks, and so I mean, if they're gonna cool with all that, then they should be cool with the little Twilight Zone-y looking gory stuff.
Well, so let's jump to honest question. JD, did you feel like there are times I felt like the language was anachronistic, like it didn't fit? Like it didn't fit.
It didn't fit. Mm-hmm. I felt like
it felt too contemporary.
Well, some of it is like, I don't know if people used to curse. Like
I was surprised to hear MF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed a little like,
but I don't know if they didn't, if that word was not around then.
Is it Lamont Morris? I always forget how to pronounce his. Yeah. I feel like the way he was talking to the other brother was like how we all talk today. Like, hey, what's up, brother? Like, that's what it sounded like when he's talking to him. And again, it didn't feel like it was of the time.
I actually wish Kat felt legit. Kat felt
legit, and the secretary feels Janet.
Yeah,
she was great. Secretary was great, and I also thought Silvermane was great. I thought he was.
Oh yeah, well he's just a great actor.
Yeah. But I wish that they, like, to your point with the dialogue, that I'll concede on that they kind of fudged that. They could have been a little bit more, especially if Nicolas Cage is going way out with his accent. Then it's like he sticks out like he starts sticking out.
Such a caricature.
Yeah, he starts sticking out like a sore thumb, which there is a reason for it, but he starts sticking out like a sore thumb. When everybody else is talking 1990s verbiage.
Do you think they made it clear enough why like I caught on why he did like that?
I got it, but once they said it once, I don't know.
I kind of feel like he wasn't doing it enough to make it clear that he was.
I don't want to spoil it for a dude, but he has a habit, something that he does, a hobby. Let's call it a hobby.
Yeah.
And he goes to that. He does that hobby several times throughout the show. And we actually, in the course of engaging in that hobby, we see how it impacts his dialect.
So and we learn about why he does
and we also so I think it's enough. I hate when shows, the thing I really hate is when shows beat you over the head 4 or 5 times about something. It's like, okay, I got it the first time. It's like, to a dude's point, we always people are so effing fickle. It's like we complain about, there's just too much action. And then when they give you something that's trying to be a little bit more, where's the Spider-Man at? Why is he? I need to see him swing. I'm like, what do we? I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's. And again, for me, I can appreciate a slow burn.
Sure, so can I.
If a movie brings it full circle, or a show pretty much comes full circle, I'm cool. And again, I'm not looking for the greatest entertainment thing that I've ever seen. I just want something they put in the effort proficiently. I'm cool.
Yeah. Here's one other question. Do you think sometimes, I feel like sometimes they were trying to lean too much into the black and white film noir cinematography? Like they're legit. Sometimes it felt like.
Has anyone watched it in color?
I did.
I didn't. But I'm just saying, sometimes it felt like what a film school student would do. Like, in order to
with the Dutch angles and all that.
The Dutch angles and the use of
that didn't bother me.
The Dutch angles weren't so bad, but especially in the last 2 episodes, they were going full blown 1940s film noir. Dutch angles, double reflection, close-ups of the women smoking. It just felt like
it's the style. It's the style.
I know. Here we go again. Oh, now they doing something old. Some from another period. Oh my God. It's 1940s. I know it takes place in the 30s, but that shit is just off. It shouldn't have been no 1930s looking film.
But it drew attention to itself. That's my point.
Happy. Right. I would say that, but I would say this in all fairness.
Yeah,
I think that there's a problem because I could tell. Let me put my neck out of the line here. It felt like, and I'd almost be willing to bet that they shot this digital, chromatic with color, and then in post they made it black and white. And when you and when you do, because it tells, like when you look at the black and white, it's like it doesn't. It's not like black and white film. There's a lot of gradation, especially with HD now and all the high resolution color. It's like you're getting. It just has this almost like video-ish quality to it. Like it's very sharp, it's very crisp, and it just has a different feel that I think we're not accustomed to when we look at black and white. Because when you look at black and white from older films, you go watch Casablanca, it doesn't look like that in black and white. First of all, it's not sharp. It's not, it's like you just don't have that grain. You don't have the film grain, and the aesthetic of it.
I wouldn't assume at any point that this show was shot on film.
Yeah, I'm
sure it was shot digitally.
Yeah, I'm just saying they didn't. It's not like they shot it black and white.
Right. No, what you're saying makes perfect sense. It was shot in color. Yeah.
And I did see 2 episodes in color. I went back and watched the episodes. I watched the episodes that Ron complained about to bolster.
Which one? Episode 6?
The one about episode 6, and then also the one.
No way I had to watch that one in color. It's too freaky.
Oh.
So you guys are filmmakers, and I don't understand what this says, but it's saying that both versions were planned during filming and shot each black and white and color, and that the digital footage was split to create each format. I don't know what that means per se, but
I mean, could it mean they recorded simultaneously?
In camera?
Yeah. And they probably had an eye for it. I guess my point is this: they're shooting on a digital camera, even if you're shooting for black and white.
Yeah.
It's also a TV show, so they're moving quick. I just think that when you have the same setups, the same clothing, and the set and scenery and whatnot, even if you're saying, okay, we got our color camera, and we have our black and white camera. I don't even know if they did that. It sounds like, Javon, they might have split it in post. I'm sure. But regardless, it's like when you look at a digital, it starts getting hard if you're not. I think it could be a challenge to make black and white video footage replicate black and white film footage of like Casablanca or something that we've seen in the past that's heralded it's Citizen Kane or something. It's like it's going to be hard to give it that look, and particularly if you're looking at something that's supposed to be from the 30s or whatnot, an old, an older story. So I don't know. I just think that's.
I would say if any of you have not seen the Talented Mr. Ripley or just Ripley miniseries, watch it.
Oh, that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Is it
I started watching.
In black and white.
Okay.
It is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I mean, each shot looks like a postcard.
Yeah.
It's shot really well. So
yeah,
maybe they did something different with that, like where they actually said, okay, our costumes have to be in these shades. Our, sets have to be
all that
in these shades because this is what looks good.
Right. And there's a compromise because
they might have even shot on black and white film. I don't know.
And that's an excellent point because there's a compromise because you got to think if they know, the dress she's wearing is also going to be in color, then that already F's up how it's going to look versus black and white because red in color is going to look, it might not have the qualities or aesthetics you want in black and white. So not getting the shade of gray that you would normally get if you had your choice and we're just shooting for black and white. That's all. That well said, dude. That's what I was getting at.
A couple of things about the villains. JD, your thoughts. So the main villains, you had the Sandman, you had Megawatt, the electricity guy, and then
known as Electro.
Well, no, in the show he's Megawatt. Yeah.
Did you say the lizard is in the show?
Yeah. So the black dude, I guess he's supposed to be the lizard. I kind of have an issue. I had an issue story wise with him.
Yeah,
I kind of felt like
jumping past a lot of your thing. Like you didn't touch on race, and
I didn't know he was a lizard for one. I thought he was like an armadillo.
Yeah, I mean, he looks.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't really know.
You
don't really know.
His power makes him look like an armadillo because I saw the episode where he changes and fights all the cops.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's like impervious. His skin is impervious.
Yeah, I'm like, is he Mr. Armadillo? Like, I would never have guessed he was the lizard. Like Doc.
Well, they don't say what his name is, but
right.
Could be an armadillo.
I'm still associating this with the modern day.
In that sense, he would be.
I think you have to look to Javon. Your point. It's a different universe, and they're
different universe, but they have a lot of similarities.
I know. They will. I'm just saying that it's like it could have been armadillo because I don't know what was lizard like about him. I mean, there's nothing.
He looked like a lizard, like his
or an armadillo. He looked like
it's true too. Like he could be an armadillo. Yeah, you're right.
Looked like an armadillo to me.
Or a
because
turtle,
by the end, his skin. One of the issues I had.
Pangolin.
Yeah, or pangolin.
One of the issues I had at the end was that by the end, his skin, he's almost permanently impervious.
Right.
And there's one plot point where they try to inject him with something. And the whole time I'm thinking, how are they going to inject? They know his skin is
that needle going to get it?
Yeah.
It's like trying to poke Superman.
Right. And at one point,
yeah,
when the spider tries to stab him and didn't work, he's shocked. And I'm like, how are you shocked? For the past 2 episodes, I was wondering how you plan to do this.
Mind you,
I kind of felt like
quick note to JD's trying to inject Superman. Supergirl does have pierced ears. Just a little note.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to do this.
She pierced him with Kryptonian.
I guess.
And she could have had them pierced before she got
here. Yeah, because she's a girl that
Yeah,
old enough.
They rock earrings on Krypton.
Hey, as soon as 1 month old, they're ready to go.
I was going to say something else, but it would have been lewd.
It'd have been gross. It'd have been gross. Distasteful.
Body horror.
What? I kind of felt like this lizard armadillo dude, he kind of
was his name Ronnie? Wasn't it Ronnie or Lonnie?
Lonnie, yeah. Lonnie. He kind of becomes like really committed to the bad guy bit, and I kind of felt like he was kind of like cool in the beginning, like he wasn't a villain. I didn't understand entirely his heel turn where he became like completely villainous. Like, did you get it, JD?
Yeah, I think it's we skipped over one of the notes you said about race.
We'll get to that. We can get to that. Yeah.
Well, it ties in with him. The heel turn. Well, because they I don't want to say to go to great lengths, but they put in more than just a quick lip service about how the black GIs were treated when they got back home from the war. Sure. And so he's down and out on his luck. That he's living in a shanty town. He can't get a job. This guy's a vet, and so when Robbie runs into him, when Ben talks to him, when they bring him into Ben's office, you're getting his backstory about how he's been wrong through the government, through culture. He can't get ahead, so he's like, "Fuck it, what I got to lose?" And I got this, and by going to serve my country that treats me like shit, I got this great disease now that I'm, so I might as well use it to my ability.
I know, but like,
I feel like you're seeing them at the end of their rope, and then they have this opportunity where Silvermane comes along and says, "Hey, I see the value in you. I'm not gonna let you down. I got your back. Here, take some money." He starts putting on the payroll. I'm like, yeah, this dude's been living and eating leather, boiled leather. I know, but
at the end, he's like legit trying to kill Spider-Man. When a few episodes earlier, he's playing cards with them and they are friendly. And
he wasn't playing with Spider-Man. He was playing. He was in the office. Spider-Man was not there.
But he was with Spider-Man's friends. He was with.
But did he know that was Spider-Man? Did he know that Ben Reilly is Spider-Man? He didn't know at that point. So. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe I have to rewatch that part.
I mean, I don't know. I just think again that's like, I don't know. I just didn't have as many problems, and I understood. Like even when he turned back, when he went night, it was like I didn't think the thing about Lonnie was that he was never trying to be kingpin or live that thug life. He's like, well, shit, I'm getting kicked every which way I turn, but this guy's giving me opportunity, so I'm just going to take it and use my abilities to help him out. He's the only one that's shown me any loyalty or love or respect, so I'm going to roll with him.
But it kind of seemed against character that then he would be down with hurting other people the way that they were hurting other people and like really willing to kill other people for this dude. I can understand why he would follow the dude. It just seemed like from the beginning, Electro dude, Megawatt or whatever, he was kind of insidious from the
live wire.
Yeah, from the get-go, he was like that. Flint was always.
But he and Flint were boys. They were, and so Flint's like telling. Flint was living with him. He's like, "Hey, you need to come back. Come, this guy's gonna help us out." The same argument spiel I just gave. That's what Flint told him. He's like,
I get that.
You're not getting ahead in this world. Take advantage of it. And then someone. I guess in the 30s, he's getting hundreds of dollars from some Silvermane shit.
If I saw more of him wrestling with some of the things they were asking him to do, it would have felt more authentic to me. That's all. Like I understand why he was following Silvermane. It just seemed he was ready to go full blown murderer psycho.
But here's the difference. I don't think he had the same attitude like was in Livewire.
Megawatt.
I don't think he had the same attitude as me. He was totally different. He was there. He was an enforcer, and he would, if you got in his way, he'd fuck you up. But he wasn't like.
He wasn't as full blown as the other dude.
Yeah, and I would say he was on if there's a spectrum, you had Megawatt way over here, and then you had a Sandman. Sandman was like in the middle, and then Lonnie was over here. He was just a muscle that when they need to rip a door off the hinges, he'll do it. Or you got to turn the car over, he'll do it.
I just have one more critique, which is. Spider-Man's strength, Spider's strength. Throughout the whole show, they essentially make it clear he doesn't have the same type of strength that Peter Parker does. Like and to be frank, even Peter Parker in the movies, it seems kind of up and down. Like in the current trailer, he's being hit by an armored truck and he's acting like it's nothing. So.
Can I make a point?
Didn't he beat up the Gray Hulk or Red Hulk or something?
Quick point.
Yeah, yes.
And I think this is unbeknownst to many. Spider-Man, if you read about him or if you read up on him, Spider-Man is easily one of the top 10 most strongest characters in the Marvel Universe, if not top 5. He's almost as strong as the Hulk.
What?
Honestly, he just hasn't discovered it yet. But if you read his origin,
all right. I believe you.
This cat stopped the subway with some webs when that one movie where he's you know how much
he's almost as strong as a baseline Hulk.
As a baseline Hulk, not a raging Hulk.
Yeah,
okay.
Hulk. Yeah,
but he's strong,
and that's still the top of Peter's thing. Would be the baseline of a Hulk.
Yeah.
But
okay, that's fair.
You have to tap
into. And I didn't.
He's not Thor level. He's not raging Hulk level, but he can hold his own.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this show,
and a lot of it is because he doesn't let himself go that far. He keeps himself in check.
Okay. Yeah. So in this show, they established that is not Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
He is pretty much just a dude who can shoot webs.
Gotcha.
Well, no,
and he has spider sense.
No, Ron. When
hit by a car.
Yeah, he gets hit by. Well, they open the door. He gets hit. Like car runs.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a detective, another guy competing for a job, and he hits him. He still gets hit and gets up. But also, I point out when he fights Megawatt kills people like this with electricity, and Peter was taking it. Ben was taking it. He got shocked several times and didn't get killed. And then
that's fair. That's fair.
Flying around and jump. He threw Megawatt threw what you call it? A manhole cover, and he deflected. I mean, he's got strength, but they also played up on he's 40 or whatever, 45. Onset arthritis. It's like he drinks like a sailor. He's not in great shape. So it's like, and he doesn't want to do it. And to Adu's point. From the beginning of the show, the one thing that they keep harping on is that he does not want to be doing any of this. It's like dragging him out of bed just to get him to go fight some people or do X, Y, and Z.
True. But in one scene, he essentially he shoots webs at two cars, and he throws two cars to hit one of the bad guys. Yeah. And I'm like, at no point do they establish he's that strong. I don't think. It kind of seemed out of nowhere that he's freaking lifting cars.
Yeah, I would just say, I just know from the comics how strong he is, so it didn't bother me.
Which comics?
I'm just saying, what
Marvel comics.
Yeah, that's Peter Parker. That's different.
This
is not anywhere close to Peter Parker.
We're talking about Luke Skywalker right now.
Huh?
We're talking about a spider from the Spider-Verse.
Right, and they established that this spider is not the same kind of strength level as Peter Parker.
I understand, but I would argue or submit that even though that's impressive, that I saw Peter Parker in a Spider-Man movie shoot webs and stop a effing subway train.
Right, they established that.
Right, so that's way more stronger than anything we saw in this series.
That's my point.
I know, but all I'm just saying is that I didn't take Ben as being. It makes it sound like you're arguing he shouldn't have been able to do anything an average Joe shouldn't be able to do other than shoot webs. And I didn't get that at all. I got that he was stronger.
No, I guess I'm arguing that because of how he responds to being beat up and what levels of strength they do show, they give the impression that he's really no more stronger than any other person. Like, they don't do anything to establish that he can. They don't do anything to establish that he can, like,
juggle cars,
right? Or lift. Like, one scene with him lifting a car with one hand, or something that suggests he's stronger than the average Joe. Because every time he gets beat up, he looks like anyone else who gets beat up in a movie.
But he's getting beat up by the Sandman. He is getting beat by them, or he likes to tussle. But
Batman gets beat up too.
But wait a second, he gets the better hand of every person he fights in this show. He gets the better hand of that
because he's smart and he has webs.
I know, but okay, but he outlasts Megawatt.
He didn't use his web in his first encounter with Flint.
Yeah, with Sandman.
What did he use?
He used.
They were fighting.
He used
he hit him with a wrench. After he was taking
a 2x4.
Actually, I think that kind of
was going in on him.
I think that kind of speaks to my point. He's using wrenches and 2x4s.
I'm just saying
his durability to his,
Yeah, I'm like, I couldn't have done that. First of all, I couldn't have took the punishment that Sandman handed out, and on top of that, am I going to have the strength to knock him cold out with a 2x4? I'm just.
That's fair.
I get your point. If you look at that one scene where he uses, I wouldn't argue that they could have done a better job of just explaining or setting up. Hey, sometimes when I get enraged, this strength comes over me.
Sure.
I kind of just took that through osmosis, through the storytelling, because they alluded to how the Spider was such an amazing hero at stopping things in X, Y, and Z. I mean, I don't want to have there's a spoiler, but when he saves when somebody is,
yes, he uses his web to save somebody.
He uses web to save somebody and is able to pull them. And
sure.
I know that person would have been dead if it was me. Oh, your ass is gone. So right there alone is like that's
fair.
That's hella strength to do.
Yeah, so, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I don't know.
A person doesn't weigh as much as a car. A person doesn't weigh as much as a car.
I get it, dude. They could have. Okay,
that's my point.
But I'm just saying, and you have a valid point, because if you're someone who doesn't know the lore of Spider-Man and how strong he really is,
I do know the lore of Spider-Man.
You just sounded surprised when Javon explained this to you.
I didn't know he was Hulk strong. I knew he was super strong.
So you were surprised.
I'm just saying, I knew that Spider-Man was strong. I didn't know he was base level Hulk.
So that we're saying base level Hulk, right? And
that's pretty high. Base level Hulk is pretty high.
Well, didn't Javon or dude, correct me? Didn't he knock one of the Hulks out, like a gray Hulk out or something at one point?
Blue Marvel did that.
Oh, I thought Spider-Man had beat up Hulk or one of the Hulks, not the Green Hulk, but the.
It would have to be the gray, because the gray was the only one that didn't really get stronger with his anger.
Yeah,
also known as
rest of
Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah,
there you go.
So I understand. I would agree they probably could have set something up to just lend to the idea that he. To highlight his superhuman strength a little bit more, because then it sounds like you agree that he had a good amount of strength for a person, or above average for a person, but not super godlike strength.
Right.
That they would have something in between. So when he did the thing with the cars,
he
would have had a question. That's
so
fair.
How old is this Spider Noir supposed to be in the show? And has he been like a hero for 30 years already or something?
Yeah, well,
he's been here for at least
15. I remember them referencing 15.
But he's been missing for a number of years, because
it's only been like 18 months, 2 years.
I thought it was like 5. I think he said
no. Oh wait, you're right. Because the love of his life died 5 years prior.
Right, and ever since then he kind of disappeared.
That's in the first episode, so it's not.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I read a quick passage regarding Spider-Man's strength?
Yes, please.
Remind you, this is Peter Parker Spider-Man, but just to give an idea.
What's the source you're reading so we can judge it?
This is a Marvel Comics source.
Okay, got it.
In Marvel Comics, Spider-Man's canonical baseline strength allows him to comfortably lift and press 10 to 25 tons overhead.
Yeah.
However, his strength scales drastically with adrenaline. Under extreme stress or when lives are on the line, he has been shown to support hundreds of tons.
That's impressive.
Hundreds? Good.
I mean, that's the subway.
He can basically hold up a building. He can hold up a building.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about a subway train.
He can brace it, I think.
Yeah, for at least a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when his adrenaline is pumping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's done that
fair.
before in comics.
Yeah.
But for Ron's point, a lot of people aren't going to know that. Like they're not. If you're not a Marvel head or comic head, you're not going to know that. Because I didn't know until recently how strong Spider-Man was. I knew he was stronger, but I didn't know he was that. But I just kind of picked it up when I saw the movies when he's again. I don't know if you guys understand. A moving subway train is tons and tons and hundreds of tons.
I think because of the movies, though, anyone coming to this might expect him to be as strong as Peter Parker.
Right.
I think even the average Jane or Joe knows that Spider-Man is super strong. Like, you don't have to be a comic head to know that Spider-Man is really strong.
So then it rubs you the wrong way that he did that with the cars? Or...
No. Only because they established in this show that this particular Spider-Man wasn't that strong. That's why. If he had done that in the first episode, I wouldn't have thought anything about it. But he did it in the last episode when they kind of, I felt, painted a picture that he was nominally strong, not super strong.
But say it again, Javon. What were you saying?
I said it sounded like he felt like they established that he didn't want to use his powers. And I don't know if all of these villains are supposed to be first encounters.
They are.
Okay, okay, because I was gonna say, like, if it's not a first encounter, he would know not to use his webs on Flint Marco, because that never works. Spider-Man can't use his webs on Sandman. It just doesn't work. That's why he would never do that. And that's why you'd see him using 2x4s and whatever you said he would use. But if it's his first encounter, you would
and the thing
like you would do it at least once.
Right.
It was a first encounter.
Okay. But because the thing is, all these people get infected at the same camp at the same time. But the way that Riley gets affected is different than the other people. The prisoners were experimented on. He wasn't.
The way he gets infected is freaking gross.
Yes, Ron, it's gorgeous.
And mind you, his first encounter with Flint, aka Sandman, is also the first time we see Ben use his powers.
And it's also Ben trying not to reveal that he is the Spider.
Yeah.
He can't.
He doesn't want to be the Spider.
He doesn't want to be, and he knows if he does anything as the Spider, then he'll the gig's up, and Flint will know who he is. So he's always balancing keeping that a secret from everyone in the show, except for like his secretary, Robbie, and then eventually somebody else.
Okay. Well, I think, and although it's worth a show, it's worth watching the show. I personally was a little disappointed. I wouldn't say it was a horrible show or a terrible show. If they make a season 2, I'd watch season 2, but it wouldn't be the kind of thing like I'm going to be waiting for. And there's something better on, I'd probably watch it. But it's worth watching.
You would catch it. You would catch it if it
comes on season 2, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I was disappointed that it doesn't end with him swinging like the very last shot.
That would be so corny, dude.
How can you not end a Spider-Man show without Spider-Man swinging?
Off-topic question.
Yes.
Would you rather be Velaryon or Targaryen?
What, Velaryon in the book or in the TV show?
Hey, you're
the TV show, because I don't know the book.
That's a good. I'd probably rather be Velaryon.
Velaryon is older, right? The Velaryon are
technically, I think
equal.
So, yeah.
I thought the Velaryons were older.
Who's Velaryon? Which ones are the Velaryons? Is that
brothers, the black people?
I'm just on GP. I'm going Velaryon. Just
GP. Me too.
I don't remember though.
I dated Targaryen though. Just kidding.
I remember Velaryon
as he did.
Right.
As the sea snake did.
Right. Anyway, go ahead. What'd you say, Javon?
I said I think I'm totally wrong. I was like, I couldn't remember if the Velaryons had the dragon pool like the Targaryens did, but they did.
Yeah.
No, the dragon what?
You know how a Targaryen can like walk up to a dragon and the dragon will recognize he's a Targaryen.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if the Velaryons had that same.
Not really, though.
But the Targaryens have the blood of the Velaryons in them, so they should.
So here's the thing. So first of all, for the record, next week we're going to. This is your homework. Season 3 premieres Sunday. Watch it. That is going to be.
I can guarantee you.
I can do that.
That is going to be the crux of the episodes throughout the next few weeks. But to your point, Javon, because I just finished watching the first 2 seasons. They make it. They seem to establish that only Targaryens have the ability to be dragon riders. The Velaryons that we see who are dragon riders are part Targaryen. Like their mom is
right.
So then is the young brother who rides?
Yeah, because the black guy, he's not mixed.
But but the thing, we don't know who his mother is.
Yeah,
we don't know who his father is.
We do know who his father is. His father is the main dude.
The sea snake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The two brothers, the two bastard black brothers, their father is the sea snake.
Right.
But we don't know their mother is. Now, the assumption based on their skin color is that their mother was
Coco.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas, because they make it clear that the sons of him, although his daughters, who are also the daughter,
they're lighter.
They're lighter.
They're lighter, but they're not like JD light.
But
I'm light as light. I'm as light as you get on the spectrum.
But they don't look like the brothers.
Yes. They
Yeah,
don't look
like
and they don't look like they're
Imani is darker. You know, look at her color.
true. Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
Imani being my daughter, for those who don't watch. Um, yeah. So I think that since we don't know who their mother is, I would guess that their mother is a Targaryen. But the only thing that gives me
we know their mother's Targaryen because isn't he married? He's married to the white woman.
the bastard, the bastard son.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think it's a sister.
Yeah, the only thing that gives me pause about saying that is one, their skin complexion, but beyond that, most Targaryens would be of highborn, and the impression I get is that whoever he got with probably wasn't, but we don't know.
Right, and Hollywood is notorious for using black people for mixed people all the time.
Yeah,
you'll see some dark brothers.
Being like dark skinned black people for mixed people.
Is this just supposed to be mixed?
Right. Yeah. Like, what was the show that I was seeing that was
Wesley Snipes playing a mixed person?
He's half Japanese.
Right.
Right.
Or go the other way. Oh, Anthony Hopkins is mixed. Oh, okay, I get it. Yes, he's a mixed kid.
Do you guys remember Do you guys remember the Jeffersons? Yeah. And the was it the Willises? Who was the mixed couple?
Yes, it was the Willises. Yeah,
the Willises. And remember the episode where we meet their son, and he's like straight up a white dude.
But wait, wasn't their son? I thought it was just Helen's son. No, am I thinking too progressively?
Yeah, no. I think it was their son.
It was both their son.
Yeah, because I remember in the episode he admits that he's black, and it's this big shocker because he has straight hair, and we're way off topic now. Right. So I've been remiss in my duties. We were supposed to talk about also. We're not going to be able to get into this in depth, but we were also supposed to talk about the NBA Finals.
Give it a quick minute.
Yeah. That can be like a quick mention.
I'll go first.
I think, why don't everyone just watch recaps? Like, I watched the recap of whatever game it was where they came back from 29 points.
Yeah.
The recap was amazing. It's like, why don't people just watch recaps? Why watch the whole game?
I will answer that. Because one, if you're a sports fan, you want to witness this live. You want to see the entire context.
That's true, because you're feeling it. Good point.
You're invested in it emotionally.
Well, except a lot of things moving. Ron doesn't like things you just sit there and kind of the slow build. He wants to see all the action, all the webs and things swinging all around at once. He doesn't want to wait for all that.
So, a lot of people tapped out, I heard, because they thought it was just over.
But that was just the first half. If you tapped out first half, then you're not a real fan.
True.
Especially in the finals. It's like,
I will say this. The recap just gives you the sugar.
Nothing
else. You watch the entire game for the whole meal.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
And you watch the game for the drama. And if you miss the beats, like somebody makes a basket and they're down 27, you got to see those beats in between where the broadcasters are talking, the crowd is getting into it, then they're down 24, then they're down 20, then they're down 16.
When they cut the lead to 15, I knew the Spurs were done.
The place went crazy at 15, and you're like, they're still down 15, but they
to a dude's point, they could have just came down and not shot and just ate up the clock. They could have just dribbled for 30 seconds and gave it back to the Knicks, and they still would have won.
To the ref, and they still
And in watching it, it took like 15, 20 minutes for 30 minutes for that to happen. But if you're doing recaps, it happens in 10 seconds. You don't get that drama.
And you don't end it longer than 10 seconds.
Huh?
But the recap was like 15 minutes.
But then again, Ron,
still, I mean, you don't get that long.
It's like,
no, I know. I'm not trying to. It was just an idea.
It's like a frog in the pot too. It's like you don't really like. It's like, okay, it's halftime. They're down by 29. Sure. Ooh, let's see what happens. And you start off in the first 10 minutes. They're back to, they knocked off 10 points from the lead. So, it's like, are they going to try to come back? And then another 10 minutes goes by and, they knocked off another 5, but, now it's 15 behind or whatever. You just see them slowly catch them like a dude said. I was like, man, they're going to let these fools. I told you on like 5 times. These fools are going to let these fools come back and win. And sure enough.
They were, yeah.
Because they only won by 1 point. It wasn't like they blasted past them. It was great drama.
I like the fact that the only game they lost was the one that Trump attended.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't think about that.
That's what Stephen A. said.
Yeah.
Yep.
He shouldn't have been in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Trump called him an
Trump.
idiot.
And I do think watching this series is the perfect example of mental toughness because the Knicks they didn't
The Knicks
rush,
were down
they didn't
every
do
game.
anything.
They were
down
down
every game.
Oh, really? Wow.
And just
impressive.
And they didn't blow them out in the wins either. They just kind of came back.
They just did what they had to do.
Yeah.
Was that their first time winning in a long time or something?
50 years.
Wow.
Their last championship was in 1973.
Yeah.
No wonder. Now, isn't there another New York basketball game, or is that baseball where there's two New York teams?
Another game?
There used to be another,
team.
There's another team.
A New Jersey Nets.
New Jersey Nets.
No, I'm talking about New York.
No.
Well, the New Jersey Jets are the Brooklyn.
There's the New York Giants and the New York Jets.
No, that's baseball. I knew there were two New York baseball teams.
We're talking about basketball.
Yeah, were there two New York basketball teams?
Yeah. The New York Knicks and the New Jersey Nets.
New Jersey's not New York. That does not count as New York.
Both New York football teams play in New Jersey.
What'd you say?
Both football teams, New York football teams, play in New Jersey.
So what? So are Oakland Raiders fans also San Francisco Giant fans?
Not at all.
Well, Oakland Raiders are now the Las Vegas Raiders, so they're not in Oakland anymore.
Well, they used to be the Oakland Raiders.
New York Knicks fans were never New Jersey Nets fans.
Right.
But I'm just saying, you guys are making it seem like New Jersey can also.
No, I'm just making the point
he's telling you factual truth.
I'm just making the point that both New York football teams.
Both New York football teams play in Jersey.
We're talking about basketball.
I know.
We're making a comparison, Ron, because they're both in the New York State area.
Because your question was, were there ever two New York basketball teams?
Right. And the answer is no.
No.
That was my only question. The answer is no.
Unless it's back.
It's back in the day. They call themselves the Brooklyn Nets, though. Sometimes.
No, they do.
They do call themselves the Brooklyn. They're known as the Brooklyn Nets. They're based in Brooklyn. They play at the Barclays.
Oh, instead of the New Jersey Nets.
They're no longer the New Jersey Nets. Jay-Z was instrumental in moving them to Brooklyn.
Oh, well then that would count then.
There you go.
But they're not known as the New York Nets. They're the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, but Brooklyn is part of New York.
We get that.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
But the Knicks aren't known as the Manhattan Knicks.
Right.
True. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. All right. So next week, the assignment is to watch season 3 of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. That will be our main topic of discussion moving forward. We'll still throw in some other do-rags parts of the conversations, but until then, this is Ron, JD, Adu, and Javon. This went way longer, but I think it was worthwhile. It was important to talk and break these issues down for a show that was only so-so.
Around the body gore and horrific imagery presented.
If we talked this long about a show that was only so-so, what are we going to do for House of the Dragon?
Well, it maybe speaks to the fact that the show wasn't so-so. I mean, maybe it wasn't that so-so.
Or maybe some people just keep on talking.
I warned you before.
Right.
I tried to warn you.
Hey,
right.
And we're going to have a special bonus. We are going to need a special bonus episode about this whole...
Dude. Don't let me get my wife
about this whole office thing.
Yeah, don't let my wife come in here because that's not the only time you spoiled stuff for us, Ron.
What?
You have a
Ron, you spoiled Thanksgiving dinner. Damn it!
I need a list.
I use my power to mute JD.
Nice. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Cut him off.
Wow. I'm surprised it's just now been used. What the heck?
I know that's Ron's superpower.
You pushed me to it, JD. You pushed me.
It was too fun. I had to do it, bro. I would normally never do that. All right.
Now he's gonna do it always.
I'm not. Right. But this has been good. I'm hot. I need to put on the fan.
Like this.
Yes.
Until next week. Peace.
Peace.